Welcome to Listening to UCR, a podcast production by the Faculty Welfare Committee of the Department of Statistics at the University of California, Riverside. My name is Esra Kurum, and my co-host is Daniel Jeske. Our guest on this podcast is Julie Chobdee, the Wellness Program Coordinator and the co-chair of the Health to Campus initiative at UCR.
Julie, thank you for accepting our invitation to be in our podcast series. Can we start with you giving us information about your background?
I have been here at UCR for 9 years, and my responsibility is the overall administration and oversight of the UCR Faculty and Staff Wellness Program. Our goal is to create a healthy workplace environment that supports healthy lifestyles. My background, I have about 20 years of experience in worksite wellness and health promotion. Prior to coming here, I was the wellness program manager with Johnson & Johnson, and I have a bachelor's in biology from UCLA and a master's in public health from UCLA.
What was the status of wellness program initiatives at UCR before you came?
So when I came, there was really no program in place. There was a very small advisory committee, a walking program, and a very basic website. And so my duty was to, from the ground up, create and conceptualize what this faculty staff wellness program would look like. So the work I did was basically a needs assessment to find out what the health risks, priorities, and interests are, develop the programs, a lot of marketing and promotions. And 9 years later, we have a full-fledged wellness program, plus a Healthy Campus initiative, which is more focused on the culture and the environment.
So can you tell us a little bit about the initiative?
Our vision is to model a healthy campus and inspire and infuse health and well-being to all facets. So to do that, we're looking at how do we create a healthy culture and a healthy environment in all aspects of wellness, making UCR a university of choice for faculty, staff, and students. We have healthy eating and nutrition, which is looking at what foods are available here on campus that's healthy for you and healthy for the environment, and making sure to promote these items. We are looking at enhancing some of our mobile fit programs, which is a program where we work with the recreation center to send instructors throughout campus to teach fitness classes. We are also developing a fitness toolkit so departments can borrow equipment and use on their own, like exercise bands and yoga mats and different kinds of equipment that can easily be done in the office
So we can get it from you and just have a yoga mat or yoga session.
We're also working on conceptualizing a design for a marked walking path on campus. We think that it will be a great way to have something visible and a space for people to walk, jog, run if they wanted to. And this path will go through campus, around the campus, up to the mountains and back.
That would be great.
So we're trying, we hope that it's a hit. We're trying to get faculty, staff, and students to really get behind the idea so that we can pitch it to senior leadership.
And you said it goes all the way up to the sea?
It doesn't go all the way to the sea, but it goes through campus, around campus, and a little bit outside of campus. Committee. The mental health subcommittee is looking at, right now what they're doing is data analysis to see what the mental health burden is for faculty, staff, and students, and then coming up with a campaign, a mental health literacy campaign, to really promote the resources and identify access to care for faculty, staff, and students, which we know is a very much needed.
Are there any meditation tools built in within the mental subcommittee?
Once in a while, the Faculty Staff Wellness Program offers meditation. So we have brought in speakers to talk about mindfulness and meditation. And then the Chancellor's wife, Diane Del Bono, she teaches relaxation yoga for the campus, and that includes stretching as well as meditation. So a lot of great resources. The built environment is launching a Take the Stairs campaign. So next month, you'll see in Olmsted as well as Surge an upgraded stairwell. So we will be putting signs to take the stairs, elevator ramps to encourage stair use, and floor signs, and then upgrading the stairwells, cleaning them, adding some lighting, and fixing any safety issues.
Yeah, I was going to say that safety issues, that's one of our corners of our campus that are more relatively unsafe, right? The stairwells.
Right.
And maybe
Absolutely.
That's why people don't want to use them as much.
Either they're unsafe or you can't find them. And so what we hope this campaign will do is to easily make the stairs visible and attractive and have motivational messages so that people will take the stairs over the elevator.
How much does HCI overlap with personal safety on the campus?
We don't have it as a priority area in terms of an actual subcommittee, but it's definitely something, depending on what it is, that we can partner with environmental health and safety to address, or the police to address.
Those are the two units, EH&S and police, that would primarily oversee safety issues.
Yes, and we do have representation from those two groups in our subcommittee for Healthy Campus. And we also have a substance use and addiction subcommittee, and we recently launched a marijuana awareness campaign.
Can you sort of speak to the new marijuana law and what its implication on our campus community is?
Sure. So with the legalization of marijuana in California, it is still illegal for use on our campus. UC is a federal contractor. We receive federal funds. Therefore, using, possessing, distributing marijuana is still prohibited. In addition to marijuana, smoke and tobacco policy is part of that subcommittee, and we are working on integrating language into our policy to make it very clear that smoking and vaping of marijuana, in addition to tobacco, is prohibited here on campus.
What are the repercussions for violating those regulations?
Well, depending on who you are as a student, if we are able to identify your name, then a referral is made to student conduct. Faculty would be referred to the academic senate, and then staff would be handled by their supervisor. We started a new subcommittee called Culture Change, and looking at 1 or 2 projects we can select here on campus that would really change the culture. Are there existing policies, processes, or procedures that we can infuse and integrate health and well-being into? Maybe it's the new student orientation process, maybe something in HR, but what can we do so that every employee and student is thinking about health and well-being and is held responsible and encouraged to live a healthy lifestyle?
And maybe including existing health initiatives UCR has in faculty orientation or the student orientation will be really informative, because it gives you the impression that I'm coming into an environment that I'm encouraged to take care of myself.
And that's the message we want to give is at the very start, as a new employee, as a new student, new faculty member, that this is a healthy university. We care about your health and we want you to take advantage of the resources we have available.
Now, you did mention that President Napolitano has this vision for the whole UC system.
Right.
So I was wondering, why would the programs and initiatives vary from campus to campus, or do they even vary?
They do slightly. Each campus was tasked with identifying senior leaders for the initiative and determining what the priorities are for their campus based on their culture, their needs, their population, which varies. A lot of the themes are the same, obviously healthy eating, physical activity, mental health are very similar. The projects that are being created and implemented might look different at each campus depending on what they currently have or don't have and their resources.
Are there 1 or 2 things that come to mind that make UCR distinct from the other 9?
How do we change culture, which is not easy to do? It's a very slow process. So that's a very unique work group that we have. Making it easier to be healthy, looking at processes that already exist that we can integrate health and wellness into. So for example, we do lots of trainings. Can we somehow make these trainings healthy in some way?
Mm-hmm.
And then the final subcommittee is metrics and data, which I know you're very familiar with.
Yes, that was the committee I was on when I was with your program. Yeah.
And now it's being co-led by Dr. Shemar Rizzo and Tim Willett, and they are supporting all the subcommittees and helping to identify what metrics we should be capturing, how should we track it, how do we report success, and really just providing consultation and guidance on evaluation and research.
I remember you saying that Vice Chancellor Coley was big on having metrics that could be baselined and tracked over time to see if the programs are demonstrating improvement. Have you been able to show improvement in the short time it's been up, or you're still working on the baselining?
We're still working on the baseline. Right now, what we're documenting is more process evaluation, number of trainings, number of participants, but we're hoping as time goes on, we'll be able to demonstrate health improvements, maybe an increase in sales of healthier food items. We will be measuring for the Take the Stairs campaign if there's a difference pre-stairwell intervention versus after the signs and the stairs have been improved. So there's different ways that we're looking at measuring the interventions that we're putting into.
So you said that healthy initiative is different from the wellness programs. So how are they different and what does wellness programs cover?
It's all pretty much related. The wellness programs are basically just the programs itself that we offer. And we offer a lot of different programs. And they're all part of the larger umbrella, the Healthy Campus Initiative. The Healthy Campus Initiative is for faculty, staff, and students, but under that, there's programs just for faculty and staff, which I manage along with another colleague, Nicole Vargas. And then the WELL is the office that's responsible for programs for students. So I can mention a few programs that we offer.
But just for for clarification,
Sure.
so you did say those two programs are underneath HCI?
In a way, not on paper, but that's how we see it as
Okay.
the larger Healthy Campus initiative and then all the programs that come out of our partners
Supporting
area.
HCI.
Correct. Supporting the vision and mission of having a healthy campus. Exactly.
And that did sort of detail some restructuring, right? Because if I'm correct, I think the well as a unit has been on the campus for a while.
Right.
And maybe it was the only thing here before you came.
Yeah, and we didn't physically restructure anything. They still have an office at the hub. They report up into the student affairs division. And so really they're a close partner that we work with on a lot of the Healthy Campus initiatives and some of the programming. But they have very specific programs for students because of student-specific needs. And then on the faculty and staff side, we have some very unique needs for faculty and staff as well, which is why there's still a little bit of separation. But the goal of the Healthy Campus is to kind of bring it all together so it's one Healthy Campus. So some of the things that we offer in terms of the faculty staff wellness program is we have a walk and talk leadership every month where we have a vice chancellor, a dean, someone from the School of Medicine lead a 30-minute walk around campus. It's a great way to meet the leader, get to know them, meet your colleagues, get out, get some fresh air. We offer Mobile Fit, which I mentioned earlier. That is where we work with the rec center to bring fitness classes to different areas on campus. Recently, we've added hula and belly dancing. Belly dancing is taught by Dr. Kate Sweetie, professor of psychology. And we also have Tai Chi and yoga, which is taught by Amir Zaki, who is also faculty here at UCR. And we've added chair massage. So there's two areas where faculty and staff can get chair massage for free. We have a walking program called Our Move, and that's open to students as well as faculty and staff. You track all of your physical activity, your steps, and you can earn prizes.
Is this the evolution of WalkFit?
Yes. We upgraded to the Our Move so we can also combine our efforts with the students so that we're all on one platform. And it's also more up to date in terms of being able to download data from your Fitbit, whatever device that you're using. With Healthy Lifestyle Program, we will be launching Mission Possible 5 this April, and that's teams of 4, and we issue weekly missions, and they're based on different healthy habits. So a very popular program. We usually get about 450 people.
I think that's a great program. I learned a lot through it.
I don't know too much about the program. It's a team-based
Right.
mission.
Yeah, so you form teams, and then if you don't know anyone, like I didn't, Julie helps you to form teams, and then every week you have some kind of mission, like walk 10,000 steps this week, and then next week you eat 3 servings of fruit every day. Each week is different. Everyone in your team needs to complete these steps, so you can't get the prizes.
Unless everyone does their part.
Exactly. So there are levels. If you miss 1 week, then you can still be up for a prize. But if you want to get the big prize, everybody needs to complete the missions every week.
For a brief time, I was in WalkFit, and I had a pedometer, and I was tracking my steps. I find it virtually impossible to reach 10,000 steps. At least
day?
the way I walk. Yeah. Isn't that the goal? That's considered like some superior level of
the
accomplishment.
recommendation,
Yeah.
right?
That's the recommendation?
10,000 steps a day.
I thought that was like the outstanding achievement, but that's really like what people say you should do, 10,000 steps.
That's what, we hear, but really you get a baseline of what you normally do, and your goal is to improve and get more steps. Yeah. But other activities count too. So if you do other things besides walking, like yoga, stretching, swimming, there is a conversion chart where you can convert those activities into steps. So it all counts. As, the goal is to move, really.
Yeah.
If you bike for 15 minutes, it's more steps than walking for
That's
15
what
minutes.
I think too, because I was on a treadmill for 30 minutes. I walked 2 miles, and it's only like 2,500 steps.
Yeah, you should switch to biking.
Yeah, I should get more credit for walking up a hill and walking fast.
Yeah, maybe in the arm move you could include that because there's a hill.
Yeah, should be able to, right? Because 10 steps up a hill
is different from flat,
more.
right?
Exactly.
Right. I don't know if that distinction's on there, but you could probably.
The pedometer doesn't know.
No. Yeah. But usually we say 1 mile is about 2,000 steps. You can estimate it that way.
Yeah.
We also offer educational seminars and workshops on campus on a variety of different topics. We work with the School of Medicine a lot to bring in their expert speakers to talk about diabetes, healthy pregnancy, mental health.
So was it one of those talks last quarter, the physician who has a part-time clinical appointment and School of Medicine appointment, and she was just talking about her top 10 things for being healthy.
One thing that I found interesting is like usually we think health is physical, mental, but you also do financial workshops too that I usually attend because I didn't know about retirement.
That's part of HCI?
Yeah, well, we do programming around financial wellness.
Oh, you do?
So
okay.
That's another area that we address too, not just physical wellness, but mental wellness, occupational wellness, like work-life balance.
Right.
So we have our lactation rooms that support moms that want to return back to work to continue to breastfeed. We offer information on financial health, financial wellness. So we do have speakers that have come and talked about budgeting and retirement.
Fidelity runs some workshops as well, because
Yes.
Fidelity manages our retirement. They are here to give workshops, but that's separate, I guess, from what you do.
We work closely with them.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, they do a lot of the workshops for us.
Okay.
And then they also do one-on-one consultations too, and that is out of our benefits office and human resources. But we work very closely with them. We also partner with dining and other partners to offer the farmers market here on campus, which is every Thursday from 3 to 7 over by the Hinder Rocker flagpole. So it's a great way to come out and purchase some goodies as you're leaving campus, and then subscribe to the Farm Share, and that is where you can order a weekly or however often you want delivery of produce. They also can include meats and eggs and different things too. And then we also have our Wellness Ambassador program. The Wellness Ambassadors are volunteer faculty staff, and they basically promote the health and wellness programs here on campus. We ask the ambassadors to do at minimum to market and publicize all of our wellness programs and activities on campus however they want to, whether it's announcements at staff meetings, sending out an email, maybe posting a flyer. They help recruit faculty and staff to participate in all of our programs and activities. They participate themselves when they're available, and then they help identify ideas and strategies to create a healthier campus. So it's a great way to get involved. We're looking for anyone. You don't have to be a health nut per se, but anyone who is enthusiastic about health and wellness, who's a good communicator, and who's motivated, and someone who can advocate for a healthier lifestyle.
Have you been able to track, is there a different rate of interest and participation in faculty based on their age group or anything like that?
We don't know to that level of detail, but we do know from participation in all of our faculty and staff wellness programs that the majority of our participants are from the staff.
I see.
So our challenge, and we would love to find out how we can get more faculty engaged in the different programs that we offer. So pretty much everything I mentioned today is open and free to faculty. It's just a matter of how do we get more faculty interested in joining the Mission Possible programs or Mobile Fit or signing up for the walking program or joining one of the Healthy Campus subcommittees to get involved. So if there's a way to promote it to faculty, I would love to hear any ideas and thoughts.
I don't know if this is an excuse for not participating, but I guess a lot of us probably slot our exercise time into certain time frames. It's difficult in the middle of the day or even any time during the day, 8 to 7. We're in our offices or on the road. We might work out at night at LA Fitness, 4 or 5 times a week and think that's enough. So if you take somebody like that, what would you tell them about missed opportunity here at UCR?
I think anywhere, anytime someone can be healthy is great. I know a lot of faculty and staff spend hours, long hours here on campus, and it's important to make sure that when you're on campus, you're eating healthy. So it might be purchasing healthy meals on campus, and right now there is a campaign called Seeds of Change. It's a campaign to promote foods that are healthy for the body, healthy for the environment, and there's various concepts within the Seeds of Change to promote whole grains and produce and healthier oils and purchasing fresh and local. So what we're doing through the Healthy Campus Initiative in partnership with Dining is to promote these Seeds of Change meals, and soon we'll be having these items identified through the catering menus, but they're all over campus in terms of the retail and residential. So just making sure that you're eating healthy, maybe bringing a healthy lunch, healthy snacks to campus, fitting in physical activity whenever you can, standing at meetings, stretching, making sure that you get up from your desk every hour ideally. So just get in the habit of getting out, going for a walk, taking a break, maybe conducting some of your meetings standing or walking, and then just finding ways to incorporate healthy habits while you're at work.
That's a wonderful answer because most of what you said doesn't take any more time. It's just doing things differently, like standing at a meeting, and everybody's going to eat lunch probably. So what are you going to eat? I love to go outside to take a walk over to Coffee Bean or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe I'll watch what I buy to eat when I'm over
Next
there.
time.
Yeah, but I do love the walk.
Yeah, it's a great mental health break too, not just physical, but mental health.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever you're missing in your life, right? So for instance, if you're spending 3 or 4 hours at LA Fitness, but you're not eating healthy, then you can use the healthy initiative as an excuse. Like, or if you feel like you're spending too much money, you don't have financial health, you go to workshops. So you don't have to use every opportunity, but whatever missing, you could actually use fill that in through this initiative or through the wellness programs.
Exactly. So we try to offer a variety of programs, awareness campaigns, education to touch upon all these different areas of wellness.
So I've heard this saying, I don't know if I'm going to say it properly, but it's sitting today is like smoking was 40 years ago or something around that. That's really true, isn't it? We've become so sedentary with our computers, and we have to really think about trying to get away from them. And I think it's worse now because the newer generations have these iPhones, right? Where even when they're not in their office, they're still connected and they never stop. So this whole social media temptation to indulge is a big challenge for our health and well-being, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think what you were getting at is sitting is the new smoking.
Yeah. That's right. That's what
Absolutely.
it is.
And then, of course, with the social media, I think it's been helpful in certain ways, but also counterproductive because now there's other issues with too much social media. And so one of the things that we encourage in the Mission Possible, one of the challenges that we issue is social media detox and challenging participants to see if they can turn off the TV and turn off their phone and reduce screen time and do something else with that time. Whether it's like read a book or go for a walk. Do either of you in your classes give students healthy messages or encourage them to stand during lectures or take a break or anything like that?
You know, I don't. I'm guilty. I should. And maybe I'll think about it since you mentioned it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But you know, I will say that I went to a meeting. Have you heard about this Innovation Alliance consortium between UCR and 6 or 7 other universities on how to get the most out of online learning? And one of the speakers for that series gave a 2-hour talk. And in the middle of it, she did what you just said. She said, well, I've been talking for about an hour now. I think we should all stand up and move our arms and do some calisthenics and let's take a 2-minute break. People felt a little awkward doing it, to be honest. I guess it's something that you probably have to get used to, just changing what you expect from a talk or a meeting or a classroom lecture. It's one of those things that maybe comes gradually over time.
Right, and that's part of the culture change is we want that to be the norm. If you stand in meetings, it's acceptable, it's encouraged, it's allowed, and you're not the oddball standing. And so there's a few of us, meetings that I go to that stand more and more, I've noticed over time. And then when I conduct meetings, I usually invite participants at the meetings, or if I'm doing a presentation, to feel free to stand.
So what do you see happening at UCR with respect to your HCI program in the next, say, 5 years?
Well, I hope we can continue with all the great plans that we have for the Healthy Campus Initiative. Each of our subcommittees have written a short, mid, and long-term plan. So we have goals and projects for the next 3 years. We're going to be looking for resources on how we sustain the Healthy Campus Initiative, basically funding. Right now, Janet Napolitano has provided seed funding for 1 year, and it's up to the campuses to identify their own method of going forward. So we'll be working on identifying some internal and external resources to go forward. So we're hoping 3 to 5 years, we will have made a lot of progress in the different areas that we've talked about earlier. There'll be an infrastructure here on campus that values and supports health and well-being.
Well, I mean, I think some of your messaging is getting through. Certainly in the last 2 to 3 years, I've heard more about these kinds of opportunities than ever before. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And we hope that other faculty are like the two of you that are supportive and receptive and will get involved in some way and spread the word. It's something that's slow, but it will take time. And it just takes a lot of, I think, promotion and encouragement and motivation to create this healthy campus.
Thank you, Julie, for joining us for our podcast series and all the information you gave us.
Very nice talking to you, and we wish you the best with your program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.